Hello there everyone and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Eurovision 2025 song review. Last time out I was talking about a song I really liked, and I kind of said towards the end of it, maybe it's my favorite Eurovision song for 2025, but I'm not sure. And I'm still not sure because I can't really decide what my actual favorite is. I'm just very much enjoying listening to the ones that I have towards the top of my list. And I'm very much in the mood to talk about those. So it seems I'm going a bit on a streak here because today I really want to mention another one of my favorites from this year's selection. This one comes from Poland, and I'm super excited to just talk about this one really and actually share my thorough thoughts on it, hopefully as clearly as I possibly can. Usually that's kind of a struggle, but I'll try my best. The song is called Gaia, you know that. It's also performed by Justyna Steczkowska. I'm trying my best with the names. Hopefully that will suffice. I'm not sure. However, what I really want to get right down to is just to listen to it and just mention every single thing I really like about this song, and hopefully you'll stick around for the ride. Now, just quick heads up before I start. This is the lyric video or something like that I'm watching here, because I want to just delve into the actual studio cut with like the polished production and everything. It's performed live brilliantly, so don't worry about that. If you want me to talk about that, I'm sorry. But this is going to be all about the song on its own and how it sounds. So let's get right to it. And you will notice how the vocals are thrown at us immediately. There they are. It's impossible to count the amount of vocal layers on that choral vocal to kick off the song. Now, I really love the fact that this is a digital song, you know, it's heavily emphasized on electronica, and the percussive beat is so strong. I love the punch of the kick, and really just the entire drum beat works so well. One thing I find really fun about this part as well, like the verses of the track, is how they alternate between woodwinds and strings here as the detailing. I'll mention that right there, and then let's just focus on that for this first little listen through. So the woodwind first up, cue the strings. Oh, not yet, sorry. There we go. And then woodwinds, yeah, just subtle, leading into the build-up. Now this is a very kind of effective build-up for sure. The instrumental is scaled back, you just got the pads, very sparse percussion, and what happens with the percussion here is that they add like a separate layer halfway through here at the 30-second mark. You get a little bit of a loop coming in. Great kind of rhythmic pattern on this as well. It definitely feels like it's building up some energy, and then you kill off the whole thing. You got a very quick drum fill there, along with the vocal just introducing the chorus. And when the chorus hits, it's a high note, and the main thing, the horns here. Just these massive, huge horns. Very sparse, but incredibly distinct in terms of the rhythm they provide here. So that's just very fun to listen to. It's addictive, it's engaging. It really just hits with that energetic approach, and also just a very convincing impact because it's so distinct, it's so accessible to just get dragged into that rhythmic pattern because it is very sparse and very dominant in terms of its sound input, along with, you know, just high notes. It's not complex melodically here, it's just right there in your face, forceful, dominant. You're just in it to just get embraced by all of it and maybe overwhelmed in a way. Huge chorus, love the digital beat here, of course. Got some kind of very subtle vocal chants at the back as well, very panned out as well. Back down to second verse, great flow, playful with how the rhythm switches up there. Throwing in the clap here on the backbeat here. It's just great flow throughout the whole thing, maintaining the energy. And now, one thing you notice, we're 1 minute and 11 seconds into the song. We're already on our second build-up. This song flies by. The fast pace on this can't be understated. And that really adds a lot. I think it definitely ensures that the listener is activated throughout the whole listen. And that's, you know, just one of these things. It could easily feel rushed, but I'm just so hooked by everything that's going on. Maybe you aren't right now because I keep pausing it, but I just really want to emphasize the fact that due to this high tempo, it could easily feel rushed, but if you're embraced and if you've been compelled by what you've heard, you're in it, and it's the time just definitely flies by when you listen to it. Second build up, same thing going on here. And also you hear with the backing vocals, they're quite subtle, but they are huge. They're very wide, very polyphonic. Another just really, really engaging and addictive chorus once again, of course. The high notes are effective. Melodically, it's so easy to just get invested into it. It's all about the rhythm and all about that intensity from both the percussion, the harsh drumming there, and also those horns that just have the rhythmic distinction that just hits, simply put. Great continuation here. Now, I'm not well read on this, but like when you see the live performance, she stands around with a violin, I think, during this part. I'm not sure what the actual instrument used here is. If it is a violin, then sure, by all means. But the fact that we get an instrumental continuation here with a kind of a brand new melody being incorporated, it's just really refreshing and a great way to maintain the high energy, maintain the flow of the track. And it's a very satisfactory part of the song here, I would say. And one thing we will notice later on is the fact that we're gonna go full circle with this. So keep that in mind. And one thing you should definitely notice during this part of the track, one thing that I really, really appreciate about it, is the fact that we got a fully instrumental breakdown for once. I mean, in Eurovision, you always feel like you need to have the breakdown when the music gets softer and everything feels intimate, and someone has to sing very emotionally, very vulnerably, is that a word? Probably not, but quite in an intimate manner and a very vulnerable state, very close into the mic, make some eye contact with the camera and really make you feel that emotion. Here, none of that. We get an instrumental breakdown. Love that because it's very, very refreshing in terms of the Eurovision context. So I truly appreciate that. And of course, what it leads to as well, a bit unexpectedly for the Eurovision standards, is that, okay, so the strings definitely carrying a lot here. Great rhythmic intensity from them, building, again with the percussion as well. It leads into an instrumental, like, middle eight part, I suppose, because this is, of course, the drum beat from the chorus, but we only get the drum beat. We get no vocals here. We don't get this kind of main instrumental hook line either. We just get the beat. And that's, you know, just a fun idea that they've had. They want to structure the song in a bit of an unconventional or unexpected way, I suppose. And all the more power to them for that, because it keeps you on your toes and just takes you on for the ride even more. The tempo is high throughout the song, you know, it just flashes by. And the fact that they actually still take the ambition to just play around with what segment comes after the other, I just really embrace that quality about it, I'd say. And it of course leads to a very, very effective build towards the final chorus where everything's gonna come full circle. If we just listen to it here, punchy beat beyond words. The sound design is super strong here as well, I gotta say. And these huge vocal chants leading for the chorus. Rhythmically distinct again. And everything comes together here for the final chorus. So you got the horns, massive of course with the rhythmic distinction, you got the high note from the vocal, and you got, let's just call it a violin hook because I don't know any better. The fact that that's going just chaotically along with everything else, the entire instrumentation has been gathered for the final part of the track. We've built gradually towards it during this final minute, which has been, you know, really fully instrumental leading up to this part. The huge choral chanting leading into the final chorus is very, very effective. It puts the kind of intensity and puts a little bit of hype and excitement towards the final chorus, and it does not disappoint. It's a very rewarding finale because everything that you've been introduced to throughout the song leading up to this hits you all at once, and I find that to be just lovely. We got 10 seconds left. Let's actually back it up just a little bit so we get the, and let's just enjoy these final 25 seconds or so because it's huge, it's massive. How everything comes together. One could complain that melodically it's predictable and not that out there, but it's all about the atmosphere, you know. It's a very sudden ending. I don't mind. I could always find the time and the reason to complain about things like that, but for a song that's just taken you on a ride like this and maintained my interest at least so massively throughout the 3-minute runtime, how could I ever have a complaint about that? And also the fact that they're of course limited to a time limit here. We're spot on 3 minutes of the song here, and the song really feels like it's been 1 minute long because it's just high intensity from beginning to end, and it's just, you know, pushes itself forward so convincingly. I'm blown away by what I listen to. Every time I listen to the song, I'm just like wowed by it, for sure. It's an impressive arrangement. It's a very convincing package altogether. When you see the live performance with it as well, you're just like, wow, it sounds impeccable. It truly does. And I wish Poland all the best with this. I am so excited about this song being in Eurovision. I can't stress that enough. Hopefully you understand my appreciation towards it. And I should probably just mention that if you disagree with it and if you don't feel any of that, that's completely fine. But hopefully I've gotten at least my side of things across somewhat well in today's video. And if I haven't, well, I apologize for that, but can't win them all. Anyway, my final words about Gaia here from Poland has to be that I'm rooting so hard for this one to do very well in Eurovision. I think that a song like this needs to be appreciated, needs to be embraced. We need to get some kind of like... I'm not one to just usually sit here and like complain about what jurors vote for and whatnot, but this is, in my head, this is like the optimal package that jurors should appreciate, because they're supposed to reward, you know, originality, they're supposed to reward the kind of flair and finesse within a track. I think this one just has the full package. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing, but one thing I think that most people could feel about it is the fact that they could be impressed by its ambition and by how well it executes that ambition. Just my 2 cents. I might be completely wrong with my assumptions on that, but those are just my feelings. I thank Poland very much for sending this song to Eurovision. I think they did well in their choice, and I'm super excited about it, as I've already mentioned. Those are just my thoughts, though. I would really like to know what you think about this song as well, of course. So please do share your thoughts about Gaia in my comment section. If you want to. Other than that, hopefully I'll make another review very soon, so I can see you there. So be on the lookout for that on my channel if you want to. Thank you so much for watching this video, though. Take care of yourselves until I hopefully see you again very soon. Bye for now.